I love shish kebabs, but sometimes those big chunks of meat just don't really get done the way that I want them to. Part of them will be rare, the other part well done. So I'm trying something a little bit different today. We're gonna do a shaved shish kebab. This is gonna be ribeye steak, and it's delicious. So the first thing I wanna do is get some marinade ready. Now I have some Dijon mustard here, and I'm basically making a garlicky vinaigrette. And you can use all different kinds of vinegars in this. I prefer a rice wine vinegar. So I'm going to add some rice wine vinegar to that and just give it a stir. Just try to mix it through so you don't have a lot of big lumps of mustard. Then we're going to add some herbs. Now I like just a mixture of Italian herbs, a little basil, a little oregano, a little parsley. It's just delicious. And some garlic. You've got to have a lot of garlic in this. So I have about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. And last but not least, before I add salt and pepper, olive oil. Now I just want to put in about the same amount of olive oil that I had vinegar, so that it's not too oily, but also you want to make sure you have enough oil so that you're getting a really good coating on that meat. And let's throw in some salt and pepper. Now I'm just going to put in, a pinch of salt and pepper that's mixed, maybe about a teaspoon altogether. Big pinch. And then I want to add a little red wine. And this will just add flavor to your marinade. It gives you a really good flavor component. And it brings the red wine into the great red wine that we're going to have with this beef. All right. Now let's get our beef ready. So what I have here, I have taken a ribeye roast and I ran it through my slicer. I'm looking for really thin slices like this. They are about 1/8 of an inch thick, about 1/8 of an inch. And I just want to show you that you don't have to have a professional slicer. You can actually do this with a nice sharp knife. So just run that through, and you want about 3 pounds of meat for this recipe. Now the pieces don't have to be perfect. We're actually skewering them on so that they catch each other, and you'll see what I mean by that. All right, so nice thin pieces, just like that. So let's just pour this marinade right over top. And we're just gonna mix it well. Make sure you're coating all of that meat. And you may need to get in there with your fingers because this does stick together. Remember, it's nice thin slices. Now I'm going to let that marinate for about an hour at room temperature, or at least until I get my vegetables cut. So the first thing I'm going to do is a couple of bell peppers, and I love these aloha peppers in this. They're so pretty, a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow. They're just gorgeous on this. And I want nice big pieces like this, not wimpy tiny pieces. And I have some potatoes that I steamed. Actually, I just did these in the microwave. They're really easy to do, about 1.5 minutes for these tiny potatoes. They work great. I've got some mushrooms, just some button mushrooms, and I've cleaned those up. We break down another pepper. Now you can put all kinds of things on your shish kebabs. I've seen zucchini, yellow squash, whatever you love. Now the last thing I need, some onion. Oh, I love my grilled onion for sure. So I want to break this one down into about quarters like this, and then again into eighths. And a lot of times I'll just use those outside pieces and save the smaller inside pieces for something else I plan to do. You know, I love creating these recipes for you. A lot of times I have ideas of things that I've had with friends or from a restaurant, or I just have something batting around in my head. I think the person who likes it the most is my husband, because he gets to test absolutely everything. And then last but not least, the crew who gets to eat everything. So let's get these ready. Now the first thing I want to do is start off with a little bit of onion and pepper. And I'm doing that just so that I have a good base at the bottom or top, whichever way you want to look at it. And I like a double skewer. Even if I'm using a wooden skewer that I have to soak overnight, I like to use 2 of them because it holds everything in place and then your meat is not circling around on you. All right, now let's take some of that meat. Now here's what we're gonna do. We grab the meat kind of like it's a meatball. You just wanna do like this, just kind of grab it like that and then skewer it on. If pieces are falling out like that, just stick it back through. It's not gonna hurt a thing. If they're a little too big, thread it through the center. That's another reason why we want to use those double skewers. Then let's give it a little potato. Go. And these are just about done. They're just at this tender crisp stage, so just a little time on the grill is going to make those potatoes perfect. A little more meat, oh yeah. And you can see you just want to push it down, you want to press it in, thread it through. It's not going to hurt anything. Then let's go with a mushroom. And then a little more meat. And I'm going to finish off with a piece of onion, just to hold it together. So another one of those meatballs there. It really is genuinely a meatball. It's a ball of meat. All right. Just like that. And then let's throw that on the grill. So let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. I am just gonna hold the skewer. It's still really hot. And just pull off all of that amazing deliciousness. Wow, look at that. Oh, let's give it a little taste. Wow, that looks so delicious. And I am just a vegetable lover. I love my vegetables in my skewers. The outside is wonderfully crispy. The inside is juicy. Oh, so good. And with the Petit Verdot, it's amazing. Now, Petit Verdot goes so well with all red meats. With this grilled meat, oh, it's amazing.